Kevin's gonna freak out.
This is...
Uh-oh.
I'm like, there is a little bit of confusion going on. This is interesting.
What's interesting about it, Kevin?
They have coral glow, hidden gene, woma, enchi combo. That's not that snake.
Uh-oh. So if you're just joining us, this is Kevin going through his enormous ball python collection, showing me all the cool genes that he has. Oh, you got blood on your face.
Do I?
Oh, you got a wound. Yeah, it's enough to notice. It looks like a...
Static.
Perfect.
So anyways, besides obviously, I pretty much love all things reptiles. So we even breed little colubrids here. Look at that thing. Look at that. Help. They're little wiggly worms.
So what are you showing me in the head of this little guy?
Oh, this is just one of our crazy splotched milk snake combos. But so see its nose?
Mm-hmm.
That little guy's part albino. So this is paradox. And look at that crazy patterning. We have to definitely do a bunch of eye candy ball pythons. We have lots of that. If I just stand here and probably go into a rack. So I'm just randomly going through racks. Here's even just a nice lavender albino ball python.
This stuff all going up for sale soon, or are you keeping all these?
That's for sale. Yeah. I'm just, like I said, I'm just going through a random rack.
What's this?
That's a...
It's got highway in it.
That's very good. That's a highway from our angel dust, but it's a highway. Very, very nice and pretty. Get that. I'll give you another one.
You gonna stack more on top of there, or are you gonna...
Well, I could, yeah. I'm just giving you, like I said, this is just random. These are last year's babies. This is actually between a vanilla and a lucifer, and then you can add enchi and whatnot. But we got like a pied belly going on here, and we actually probably have pied genes going on too. All right, so here would be this is towards inferno stuff without yellow belly but leopard. This is Odium, like with all this fader stuff, super fader stuff. But this, see those like white blown out patches? I love that. And the vibrance of these animals, because we're still using indoor lighting and this cool white lighting, this isn't a great representation of the animal. It's a decent representation of the animal. The problem is we have to find areas where you can actually film and have to worry about the sun's glare and all that.
Can you see what that looks like? What do you think of that? Look at that. You able to see that?
Yeah, but you know, I'm like a...
Your eyes are different than mine. I think you see stuff I don't see.
I sit here and I study these animals so much.
Yeah.
You have to, like...
You're a perfectionist in the weirdest way sometimes.
Well, you have to be, because, I mean, come on, we're breeding living art, you know.
Yeah. This living art's about to get off the table.
Yeah. Don't be terrified.
It's a scary snake. So we have a bunch of albino pieds on the table?
This is a bunch of albino pieds, and this is a super enchi pastel pin pied.
What do you look for to identify pin? What do you look for in this morph?
It's kind of buried, and so this is not a great way to see pin. I see some of the pin on the head. You see that head pattern and the coloration of the pin. Then you get this really deep pinch, which is the enchi. Then you have pastel, which is accounting for more yellow, and then we have pied on the belly. How dare you make me explain this?
Oh, dude, this is what people want. They want you to explain this stuff. See these albino pieds? Give me that dumb information you don't want to give me.
So, if you want to know really what these are actually albino pieds. If they were regular pieds, they'd have melanin. But the albinism is lacking the melanin, folks. So, we don't have the normal snake with the big white blotches. We have lots of piebalds too, but these are albino. And these lack melanin, which is the dark pigmentation. And it's basically a genetic code to shut that off. This snake right here is full of eggs, I can see.
Really?
Yeah, see that? Just, hi baby.
What's that little black spot, Kevin?
It's genes fighting.
Fighting.
To show off.
You want to talk about that more?
What do they do with these?
Tell me more about that gene. Come on, give me these.
Odium, that's a whole bunch of genes. I can show you snakes with so many genes, you'll be annoyed by me. So now I just go, it's really special. It's really pretty. It's blah, blah, blah. Because I think right now we're just, down for not the exact ingredients, we're just like how it looks. So this is a super enchy lesser orange dream malum pinstripe.
Nice.
Think about that.
You got it,
folks. So, but this is shedding. But look at that. But see, pretty much this big pattern. She's actually usually quite glorious. I love stuff like that. I love my micro scale stuff. This is a coral glow. I love when they do that. They periscope. That's a coral glow, inchy micro scale. So micro scale would be the het super stripe. Oh, you want to see? I mean, not super stripe. I meant to say super scaleless. So it's a super micro scale. I don't know why I said super stripe. But anyways, so you want to see what the super form of the micro is?
Yes.
I will show you.
I would love that.
I knew you were going to ask it, Donnie. I could feel it.
You should probably go wipe that blood off your forehead.
This is that's a bumblebee enchi.
Yeah.
Super micro scale. So that is going to be the super form of micro scale. But it has no protective armoring. It doesn't have the outside layer of all the overlapping scalation that would normally protect this animal if it's in the wild. So these animals would not be well suited for the wild because their skin is very soft. I'm not saying they couldn't make it, but I've noticed without some extreme diligence and care as neonates, they have very specific care involved. And once they get some size, they become a lot hardier. So I learned a lot.
It's a neonate, Kevin.
Neonate's like a little baby.
Okay.
I hate babies.
Whoa.
Baby humans.
Don't worry, I'll cut that out.
Oh,
Jesus
actually,
Christ.
yeah. This is bumblebee pin enchi with a couple of genes which actually cause it to spot, like woma. Here's a lesser malum calico. Here's an Orion combo. This is not piebald.
It looks like it though.
Yeah, so when you sometimes add a lot of different genes, you can make things do some weird stuff. So we saw this. Remember I was talking about the woma? So this is a pastel woma. There's like bald and stuff like this. I love my bald gene. It makes things very pretty. But this is like a pastel woma with bald and probably fader. Because you have all these underlying little nuanced genes like bald and fader that can ultimately alter what the animal looks like. This is like a coral glow, super black pastel combo. Oh no!
You got yellow spotting up here. What's that? Tell me more about that.
Lesser spotting.
Oh,
Yeah, you see this yellow spotting up here? You don't see that? What's that, Kevin? You see this?
That's because it's coral glow.
Ooh.
It has coral glow buried under there. So yeah, that's kind of an interesting one.
What about all these little speckles? See these little dark speckles? What is that?
Yep. So that's basically coral glow. So we have this paradox that is associated with coral glow. This is like a coral glow pinstripe inferno combo, when to speak. This is a microscale too. So if you look at its head, so the microscale is definitely can add some really interesting looks to snakes. So this guy is the top of its head, there's no protective scalation on the top of his head. And this is actually a visual heterozygous for the completely scaleless snake. But really cool snake. No zipper bellies. People are always like, does it have zipper bellies? They don't have zipper bellies. My microscales are no zipper bellies. I mean, there it is, guys. There's the belly. They have like a line. So is that what people call?
So you've never seen it? You just hear about it?
Well, the way they're describing zipper belly, it's like, it sounds like it's.
I think one
like
guy.
A mess.
I think one guy
Okay,
put
I
a
don't
video
know.
out.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, Kevin hasn't apparently seen it.
I mean, unless you're gonna call that, we have the normal. There's a little center crease. So Donnie, this is a super black pastel, which would generally be like a pretty chocolate brown black snake. And then when you lay over coral glow, do you see all the little black dots? Mm-hmm. So black dots here. So we have these genes that are all fighting to represent, so to speak, on the same palette. So that's kind of the way I look at this stuff. And this is vanilla with Lucifer. Then you throw in super enchi and a whole bunch of other gibberish. It gets to the point where sometimes you can't definitively, you can talk about the pairing, but you can't always definitively say every gene that's expressed. So at some point, I'll just note the pairing and note what I think is most visible and certainly representative. You know, one thing I want to explain, when people get ball pythons from us, they're often getting ball pythons that have more genes. So they, like, we'll say, oh, this is like a spider enchi pastel, so a bumblebee enchi, but a lot of times it can have fader, it can have bald, it can be het pied, because we have lots of like pied scattered throughout everything. We're selling it to you as this and that, but they often have more things.
Bonus genes.
This is a coral glow, hidden gene woma, pastel microscale. And the microscale really kind of tricks this snake out. It really adds like a kind of crazy look to it. You see how that just got like a really mottled, weird look?
Yeah.
Abnormal scalation. This would be a Mojave, hidden gene woma. So we have the relationship, the epistatic relationship between the Mojave and the hidden gene woma. Then we throw on enchi, and then we throw in Odium, and I think I threw in spot nose. So this is a super fader combo, and I repeat it and repeat it and repeat it, guys. Fader is ridiculously real. Fader makes all sorts of cool stuff. So we do super pastel, we do super fader, and then we add Lucifer, hidden gene woma, granite, super pastel, yellow belly. Yep. So you make this kind of cool thing. She doesn't think we're cool though. This is when you add Odium and Orange Dream and all that. So they look pretty when they're little, but as they're growing, the Odium seems to be really nicking back this melanin, and you just start getting these blank out spots. It's really, really cool. This is this would be hidden gene woma, Mojave, enchi, Odium. So we have an epistatic relationship which causes a striped animal, and then we got enchi, and if we add pastel to this and yellow belly, it goes mental. But Odium is a really, really cool gene, and I've been hoarding it and kind of fiddling with it because it's just constantly doing all these weirdo things. You can do like super inferno enchi stuff. More Odium combo. Hidden gene woma. Hidden gene woma works so well on so many things. If you want to get all this speckling and whatnot, hidden gene woma is definitely a really good gene to help you get into that. So if we even go back, this is probably like hidden gene woma. Yep. Okay, so we got it. This is a hidden gene woma. Lucifer, Enchi. Yep. Plus, of course, I would say plus. Whenever I say plus, it always has other stuff. But look at the contrast. But then when we start doing things, getting the pastels in there, it makes things. You can get, if you add Lucifer, so if you take this guy and then you do some Lucifer-y stuff right there. This is Odium stuff. Just admiring some beauty.
What do you got in your hand?
This is a lot. Super Enchi, super pastel probably, Orange Dream, Odium, Yellow Belly, Het Pied. We're actually going to be doing a 20% off ball python sale.
What?
Actually this weekend.
Did you approve that?
Yeah, we're just actually talking about it today. And we're going to spread the wealth.
Okay.
But remember, our ball pythons often have more genes than we say.
What's your website?
EnglandReptileStore.com. This is, so right here, this is Hidden Gene Woma, Lucifer, Pastel, from Odium. I don't know if it has yellow belly, but just that look to it is just stellar. Love that flecking. That's Coral Glow. This is a Hidden Gene Woma, Lesser, Cinnamon, Pastel. So we have the epistatic relationship between Lesser and Hidden Gene Woma, which it makes the soul sucker with, you know, granite and everything in there. And then we add Pastel and Cinnamon. Hidden Gene Woma Enchi Odium combo. Odium can make ridiculous flames. Maybe not in this one, but it can do some pretty cool stuff. I love Hidden Gene Woma. Hidden Gene Woma is just fantastic. It's always doing some cool things. Here's something. This is a Gypsy Inferno. So the Gypsy gene, which is like yellow belly, it's in the same complex, but it translates out different. So that's an Inferno. It really knocks back that pastel and makes it a darker melanin on the snake. All right, Kevin's gonna go answer his phone calls that keep ringing as we're doing this.
Bye, Kevin. I gotta turn my camera on, dude.
You didn't turn your camera on.